All right. So we were just working through this, and we put 2 lines on the same graph, one for each equation. That makes it a system. To solve a system of equations, all your answer should be is one ordered pair, an x comma a y. Because you do all this work to find out one answer, which is where do the 2 lines cross. So here, our lines cross right here. So I'm going to count it out from my axis. So I'm going to go to my y, and from my y, I'm popping +1, +2. So my x is +2. So now I'm going to count from the x how far up I go, and I'm going up +1. So my y is +1. Right? X comma y. So I would box that. That is the answer to my system. All right. So in the chapter before, we learned how to graph an equation. Here, we're learning what a system is, and it's when you solve 2 equations on the same graph, and the whole point is just to find out where they meet. We'll practice with one more. So here, we have y equals -5x plus 14. What's our b?
14.
Perfect. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to circle my 14. I'm going to come to my origin, because you always start at the origin. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't go. I have a problem. Can you think of a way I can solve my problem and still fit my graph on the line? I can make each jump worth 2 points instead of 1.
How would you do that?
Well, it's your graph. So here, instead of this is still 0. It's always 0, right?
Yeah. Right.
But this line, instead of being 1, becomes 2, which means in the middle is where 1 is. So this line becomes 4. This line becomes 6. This line becomes 8. This becomes 10. This becomes 12.
I can't see what you're doing.
And this becomes 14. So your origin still stays 0, Michaela, right? And so this becomes 2. This becomes 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. I'm going to tell you it's okay to do this as long as you label your graph. People will assume your numbers are always in increments of 1. So if you need to change it to fit a graph on the page, just make sure that you label it.
Okay.
So my y-intercept then becomes this 14 point right here. Now I need my slope. My slope, -5, but I have to make it a fraction, so I'm going to put it over 1. So from my y-intercept, I'm going to count it down -5. But remember, each count is by 2. So this is down 2. This is down 4. Halfway is 5. So this is my halfway. And now I'm going to go over +1.
And then you have a dot.
Then I have a dot. I'm going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to label them, right? Because I changed it on the top. I want to make sure they know it's the same on the bottom.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But 2 dots is not the best line, right? It'd be much better line with 3 dots. So I'm just going to reverse my slope. If I have a negative number on top and a positive on the bottom, that means I change it. So instead of going down 5, I'm going to go up 5. And I'm going to go across a -1 instead of a +1. So from my y-intercept, I'm going to go down. This is down 2. Oh, no, I started going down, so I'm going to go up. This is up 2. This is up 4. Halfway is up 5. And now I'm going to go -1. So I'm right here.
Down. You went up 2 and up What did you do?
I went up 5 and -1. I reversed my signs to reverse my slope.
4, 5. And then up 1.
And then over a negative to the negative side of x, -1. So I'll label this as -1. This is -2. This is -3. Hold on, Julia. This is -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Yes, Julia? Yep, go ahead. So now I'm just going to take something straight and I'm going to extend my line all the way across my graph, which gives me right here. I put my little arrows to show that my line goes on forever. So now let's go to the second equation that we're going to graph. And that second equation is y equals x minus 10. What's my b?
10, -10.
-10.
-10.
Remember, all of these are now 2 on my y-axis. So this becomes -2. This is -4, -6, -8, -10, -12, -14, -16, -18,
What's up?
-20, -22. Perfect.
I can all the way to 1 and it fits.
Okay. So now I'm going to go back to my origin because everything when you're starting a new equation starts at the origin. And I'm going to go down -10 and put my dot. That's my y-intercept. So I have a 1 in front of my
How
x.
many negative numbers did you have?
-10. My problem is y equals x minus 10. So
No,
my
I
b.
mean right here.
Okay. So you just have to change what the lines mean. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's your -10.
Okay.
So from your y-intercept, you now have a positive 1 over 1. Our numbers going across are still in ones, right? So you're going to make that 1 over 1. It's positive 1 over positive 1. So from here, if each line is 2, if each line is 2, in the middle is 1. So we're going to go up positive 1 and over 1 and over 1, which puts us right here. And we could do it again and go up positive 1 and over 1. Because remember, these are in 2, so halfway is 1. Up 1, over 1, right? Up 1, over 1. 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 Right? If I've got 2 positives, I'm going to reverse it by making it 2 negatives. So I'm going to go down 1 and over, I'm going to run to the negative x side. So again, each of these lines is 2 numbers, so in the middle is 1, and this is my negative x. And again, I'm going to go down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. Over 1. Down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. So now I can take my straight line and I can connect them all. And the point right here where those 2 lines meet is the solution that I need to give as my answer. So now I need to go to my y-axis and say how far over is my x, right? So it's to the negative side, and each of these is worth 1 number. So it's positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4. So my x is 4. Now I need my y. I'm here, and it's each time is a jump of -2. So it's -2 down, -4 down, -6 down, -6. And that's my answer. You have any questions? Remember, this is my x, and this is my y. My x is my run, and my y is my rise.